Okay, so this is my second attempt at this. I tried putting it in 2 days ago, Friday night. And I couldn't get the motor low enough to line up with the transmission. So I'm taking the motor mounts off this time. And I realized that this motor has a pilot bearing and it's going to an automatic. So look at this. Pulling that bearing out with the tool from AutoZone so that the center of the torque converter can actually slide in, and then I'm going to lift the transmission up and then drop the motor in. A little update, I got it lowered in. It's connected, the torque converter is connected to the flex plate. It's not bolted in, but all the studs are through the flex plate, so I just need to bolt them in. I'm just trying to get some of the bell housing bolts in, and I think I'm just gonna drop it just slightly a little more just to see if I can get them to line up a little better. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to tell, but in this clip you can see the studs are through the flex plate, but the bolts aren't lining up. Little mistake, so as you can see the engine is apart again. The torque converter wasn't fully seated to the transmission. I had only done 2 clicks, and so I had to pull the motor forward and then pull it back out and do 3 clicks. It's 3 clicks to get it fully seated. Now it's recessed in the bell housing. So now we get to do it all over again and then put the motor in back, but at least this time it will be fully seated. So at least I know how to do it this time. All right, it's in. It's sitting on the motor mounts. Well, technically it's sitting on one motor mount. I need to bolt the other one in, but it's sitting on it. Oh my God, this is such a relief. I mean, look at this. To have a motor back in this car after that one, I'm so hyped for this thing. I mean, obviously, I don't think I'll get it running today, but it's, I think it's like 2 o'clock, so I can throw a bunch of stuff back in, bolt some more stuff on it. So hyped. Dude, I'm so hyped about this.
6 months later.
As you can see, my hair is shorter. It's been probably a month and a half or 2 months since that last clip, but you can see we got everything back together in the car. So we have a radiator, we have all the hoses plumbed, we have the distributor, we have the spark plug wires in, we have it all wired up, battery is charged up, all our pulleys are on, it's bolted to the bell housing, fully seated, our headers are on both sides. Then if we look in the car, we have our custom dash going in with our custom audio system being wired up. Shout out to Custom Audio System for sending me over that unit. I'm wiring it up right now and it should sound super good when it's done. So I have everything wired in and we've got it to crank over a couple times, but we are having a problem here. So let me show you those clips of the car cranking over and then we'll discuss the problem.
So you just gotta keep cranking?
Pretty much, yeah.
That was only 3 of them. Or is there only 3 for it? Is that you? No. That?
Did that sound bad?
I don't know how it's supposed to sound. Smells like a pop. Definitely ignited that shit. It smells fucking like ass though.
Yeah, why does it smell so bad? Nah, dude, I gotta research that. That does not smell good. Problem that we're having is the car is getting no spark. Now, I tested it with a multimeter. I tested the ignition coil the starter, and the battery. All of it has power, but the ignition coil is sending power to the distributor, but the distributor is not sending power back out to the spark plugs. So we have a fried distributor, which is fine because I'm pretty sure I wired it incorrectly at first. And so now we need to either pop in a HEI distributor or an MSD ready to run points one. So that's kind of at the point I'm at right now. Just trying to figure out, I need to pull that distributor and figure out what distributor I need to put back in.